Hi, it's Lisa with Ink and Inspirations, and welcome to the first in my 2022 Halloween series. I'm using the Scary Cute bundle with some of the dies and a stamp. So first I'm starting with a piece of striped black and white paper 4x6, and to add some color I'm just using my Stampin' Blends alcohol marker and pumpkin pie to draw some lines through the white stripe. Next, I'm going to get my Simply Scored scoring tools so we can score at 1 1/2 and 4 1/4 on the long side. And then we're going to turn it to what will be our bag bottom and score at 1/2. So now we just need to burnish all of the score lines with the bone folder to give it a good crease and so that the assembly will be easier. So now I'm taking my paper snips and cutting off the two little tabs at the bottom, and then I'm going to angle cut that center tab for a nicer look. I'm going to take some adhesive and put it on one side of the long flap and fold it over, and then do the same thing on that bottom flap and pull that up, and that seals our little bag. Now, the next thing to do is go ahead and punch your hole at the top, just with any hole punch. And I punched through both layers there, so it's ready for our ribbon. Now let's work on our die cuts. I have some basic black cardstock I'm going to use in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And one is a frame with some spooky trees in it, and the other is a little house. So I am positioning these to make the most of this piece of designer paper. I like to use Post-it tape to hold it in place, but I'm seeing that I need to adjust it a little bit to make room for the house. So I'm just going to move that, center the tree die in the frame die, and then move the house up, and now I can run it through. So this particular bag, and you'll see at the end, I'm trying to find treats that are non-edible so that my grandkids don't get all the candy and have some fun stuff to play with or work with or just decorate with. So now I've got the house and the frame, and I'm going to dress up that house a little bit because I want it to stand out from the frame, and so I am just brushing over it with the Wink of Stella glitter brush, and it's clear, so it just makes it a little sparkly. All right, so now I can go ahead and position the die cuts on the bag. So I'm going to use some liquid glue, and I like using the liquid because it gives me some wiggle room. As you see, it will come in handy here in just a minute. So I want the house beneath the frame, and I want that frame as low as I can on the bag so I have room for my ribbon at the top. So I'm going to put that on close to the bottom and just give it a good press. And now I have some basic white, and I'm going to stamp the silhouette of the little girl trick-or-treater in pumpkin pie. And then on the other side of the white, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, which says Halloween Happiness. So let's go ahead and punch. This is the Label Me Fancy punch, and punch the girl out, and then I'm going to just fussy cut out with straight cuts the sentiments. So if you enjoy Halloween projects and paper crafting, be sure to follow Ink and Inspirations or subscribe to my YouTube channel too. All right, let's see what we can do with these pieces now. I'm going to put the little girl in the lower right, so I'm going to use some of our black dimensional adhesive and attach that so she stands out a little bit from that frame. And then I'm going to put glue on each of the strips of the sentiment and angle those at the top for interest. Whoops. All right, got that stuck there. So now I'm taking some black matte dots just to add a little fun. And then I'm going to be ready I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in this little bag. So here is, let's do the ribbon. The ribbon is black and white gingham, and I just colored it with my pumpkin pie marker to give it that color. Now, I bought these at the Dollar Tree. They're little window clings. So I took out the cellophane sheet and I just cut them apart, and 3 of them fit nicely in the little pouch here. So that'll be a cute little gift during the month of October for kids to decorate with. So I'm just going to poke that through. I doubled the ribbon. That's about 6 or 8 inches of ribbon. And then I have a loop on the other side now. I'm going to push the 2 ends through. And there is our first Halloween project. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure and visit inkinspirations.com for more ideas.